I always like to start a presentation like this one with some big statement coming from an authority. In this case, I'm using Bain Capital. Bain did a management report a little bit more than a year ago, which was nicely written up by a well-known tech blogger named Louis Columbus. Louis was picked up by Forbes magazine, and this report was published. And what Louis says is that the report indicates that the industrial Internet of Things will be a $200 billion market by 2021. In 2021, that's like next year. So it's not a $200 billion market today. That means we're going through a big digital transformation now, and things are changing. So when we think about our customers, we need to look at it through the lens of time. This is a 10-year spread from the same article, which is showing us here in 2020, there's about the light gray are people who are just talking about IoT, right? Thinking about it, yeah, I saw it in a show somewhere. The medium gray are people who are planning implementation or doing pilots. So there's now, you can see, this being 2020, you can see that there is already now a majority of companies are either planning or implementing IoT solutions. And the dark at the bottom is extensive implementation. Those are the companies that have the company-wide IoT program. It's already in the works, it's being done, and people are gaining benefits from it. So you can see here in 2020, we're like at 15% of the market are doing extensive implementation. But by 2022, that number is going to be over 20%. It'll be like more like 22%. And by 2027, looking further down the road, more than half the companies will be there. So I bring this out for you as a challenge to think that this is something that's very real. This is not, we're not talking about a future vision. We're talking about things that people are doing today and that they're gaining real benefits from. So what does PackML have to do with this? Well, there was an article that came out by McKinsey Global Institute a couple of years ago, and I'd love to quote it because they see the economic benefit, which is bigger than the market size. The economic benefit of the industrial Internet of Things in the manufacturing world will be in more than $1 trillion per year by 2027. More than $1 trillion. But in that same article where they talk about $1 trillion of economic benefit, they say that to realize that benefit, interoperability is key. They say that from their studies, interoperability will be required to unleash the full value. And if it's not there, we could be looking at a discount of as much as 40%. So the stakes are high to find interoperability that can be used to describe the states of these machines online through the industrial Internet of Things. So what would be a great way to describe the states of machines? PackML. This standard is the ideal type of data interoperability standard that we need in order to realize the value of this industrial Internet of Things. PackML has this notion of a pack tag, way of describing the mode or the operation of the machine in a way that one machine can say it and the other machine can understand it. So they can have a conversation where they're speaking the same language. And that becomes really important when you organize machines together into a line. So let's look a little bit deeper into that. You see here, PackML is a way of providing key performance indicators. The way it works is that the machine PLC, if it's programmed along the lines of using PackML, if you have pack tags, they can be brought out to a secure network, where that secure network uses Ethernet and OPC UA and the pack tags to collect the data locally on the shop floor, and then if there's an internet connection available, to securely transmit that data up into the cloud. Once that data gets into the cloud, it can be analyzed. And those pack tags, which talk about things like machine execute, suspend, held, those pack tags become the basis of computing the OEE of the machine. So the remote monitoring cloud, which gathers all of that pack tag information, performs the analytics, and then disseminates that information through web pages, dashboards, and reports. Let's look at an example. So if that machine owner has a fleet of machines, in this case 3 identical machines, all from the same OEM, that owner might want to know which one runs best and which one doesn't. So by having these pack tags come up into the cloud, we can then highlight for the machine owner which machines need more careful attention and come up with reports that would indicate that so that they can make decisions. But if your machine builder puts every machine that they've ever made onto a secure internet system where your data is anonymized, so we don't know who it's coming from, and we don't know what you're doing, but we know how well you're running. If you create a big system of all those machines, the machine builder gets put into a position where they can provide incredible value to their customers. And that's happening today. This is what companies are doing to take insights and convert those insights to action. Companies are taking, for example, fleets of machines where they have a standardized machine, and for every machine that they ship, they know the OEE of the machine, they know by country, by customer, by factory, what those are, and they can go to those customers and say, hey, we couldn't help but notice that your 3 machines from us are in the bottom quartile. We can help you make them better. Let us engage with you and get you the parts and the training and the support that you need so that you're operating in the top quartile. Those become business models that are very consultative and bring a lot of value from the OEM to their customer base. Another return on investment is just having that productivity information can enable organizations to follow best practices. The Pareto is a very good tool for figuring out in that confused world of manufacturing, what should I be spending my precious time and money on to make my operation better. Having the pack tags be the root of the machine monitoring that you can then generate those Paretos, you can actually help your customers see what they should be doing. Or give the machine operators an iPhone app that shows the productivity of their machine. So on their shift is over and they're driving home, they can see how they did. That simple thing has proven to us over and over again that you will get a 5% improvement of machine productivity without any additional capital equipment put onto the machine. Let's put it another way, ROI-wise. If you have a shop floor of 20 machines and you improve all machines by 5%, that's like getting 1 free machine. So there's a real ROI to that. Quick summary, PackML in the walls, okay, it is a standalone, it's a winner, it has its own ROI. You simplify the machine operations, you can train operators quicker and easier, you can do faster startups, your software code becomes more robust and more transportable from one machine to the next, and that makes the machines easier to troubleshoot. You get consistent operation, and you can do performance measurement in the walls. Those are all winners. That alone is an ROI for PackML on a machine. But then, if you look at it from the cloud point of view, we have standardized data. Now we can do big data. We can get a global install base. With that global install base of big data coming in, we can do deep analytics. We can do modeling. We can do digital twinning. We can then benchmark machines to standards. We can identify who's not conforming to those standards. We can alert the customers. We can do predictive services around those, and we can help our customers optimize their machines. So in summary, PackML, whether it's in the walls or in the cloud, PackML enables substantial savings. The machine builders know that if they put PackML on the machine, it will work in a line more easily. And a manufacturing company who's buying that machine is going to appreciate the OEM delivering a machine with PackML. And in fact, some very large CPG companies actually spec that the machine must have PackML. So it's becoming a more and more important standard for the machine builder. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.